my Creepy Creatures channel. I've started making a video on this guy here. Now I just want to update on what I've done with this guy since the last video that I made. So I'll give you a bit of a look. So in the last video this guy was white. He was just the plaster and gyprock over the top. Since then I've painted him. I did an undercoat of black all over this guy, and I've also added his stomach, which is going to be pretty gory, so I've just given that's just the first lot of red that I've done. Now making this, what I did is I used some foam fill, which I put all under here and let it come down, and I also got a heat gun and melted some plastic drop sheet over the top of that. Now what I've done is, I said in my last video that I was going to be adding a skin over the top of this guy. Now as you can see, that is plastic drop sheet over the top of him, and I've used a heat gun to melt it. So just give you a bit of a look at how that's turned out. Now I've still got to do this part of his arm and his hands, obviously. What I will be doing is getting a sponge, which is just one of these sponges here, and I'll be getting some white paint, and I'll just be going over the top of this guy and highlighting a lot of him. Another thing that I've done is with his eyes in here, I added some lights, just some wire string lights which are battery operated. I drilled a hole up the top here, and I ran the wire, before I put all this plastic on, ran the wire down and around, so the battery pack is actually under his arm there, which you can't really see, which is good. Inside here, after I did that, I put some red cellophane, and I've put the heat gun in there, and I've just melted it a little bit so it looks sort of, you know, when you look in there it looks pretty gross. I'll just turn that on. So the battery pack, like I said, the wire comes around under his arm here, and I just turn that on. So his eyes are going to light up like that. Because the heat gun's been put in there, it's melted the plastic cellophane, so it just gives that effect like you're looking inside his head. So yeah, he's starting to look pretty good. I'm hoping once I put the sponge the white paint over, he's going to come up pretty well. And where he's the skin, or the plastic that I've put on to look like skin, where it's all torn and everything, I'm going to be making that look like flesh that's been ripped away. So that's going to be an interesting effect, and see how that comes up. Oh, before I put this plastic drop sheet over him, just to stick it down before I started melting it, I just used some PVA craft glue. I just rubbed it all over his body and then put the drop sheet over the top, just so I could place it where I wanted creases and things like that. So yeah, that's where I'm up to with this guy. And yeah, I will post another video as soon as I get to the next point of where I want to be at. And hope you're enjoying watching what I'm doing, and thanks for watching.